Hey everybody. Hey. It's me, Elocin, and I'm back. Welcome if you are new, and of course, welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. But this is the collective energy update. It's been a minute, as I always say, but it's all good. So let's get into the messages. All right. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this present time during this retrograde? We are in Libra season. Let me just mention here, these readings are not time stamped. So if you happen to resonate with the title of this video, more than likely there's a message within the video for you. So go ahead and click on the video or watch the video anyway, to see what messages there is for you. So, okay, Spirit, I call upon Source, my higher self, my angels, ancestors, and spirit team to come now to deliver messages for the collective. Allow these messages to come through clearly with insight, guidance, advice, clarity, correction, anything that will help the collective move forward in their situations and in life in order for them to become the best versions of themselves. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's see what messages we have for the collective. We're going to do a quick shuffle. Okay, so coming out, we have Love Begins. We have, okay, so Love Begins, which is the Ace of Cups. We have Spiritual Strength, which is the Nine of Wands. Okay, we have the Lover's card, Harmony. Trying to get everything on screen. Let's try it like this. Yeah, let's do it like that. Can y'all see that? All right. We have Recognition and Rewards, which is the Three of Pentacles. We have here, let me help y'all out. I want y'all to see this now. We have the Two of Wands, the Waiting Game. And so 3 cards actually came out. We have Foundations and Achievements. Let me do it like let me do it like this to make it a little bit easier. So we're gonna kind of change it just a little bit, and I just confused my share. For what reason, I don't know. Okay, so there you go. All right, and we gonna get this together, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, we have Solitude, the Hermit card, okay? So let's put this here at the center, okay? Right. So it looks like there is some major energy in this current space and time frame where there may be like some time where you're spending alone more, or you're spending your time alone more, getting spiritual insights, just going within, reflecting. This also feels like this is a rite of passage for you, for some. Now, if you are, if you watch my videos on a regular and you find yourself resonating, you know, if you're part of the soul family, you're on a spiritual journey of some sort, or, you know, you are in an awakening process, this very well may be a very spiritual time for you, where you are truly reflecting on self. You're spending time alone, more time alone, possibly studying yourself, studying old ways and habits, possibly tapping into some type of spiritual practice of some sort, reading more for some, studying more. Just a time where you're possibly shining light on darkness in regards to yourself. So there may be certain things about yourself that's coming up that you're actually taking a deeper look into. And that could very well be, let's just take a look and see what's under here. We have destiny. So some people may really be going within to tap more into their purpose, to, you know, figure out what their purpose is, or to just get a deeper sense of purpose. We have here the heart chakra. We have the authority card, which is the Emperor, divine masculine. We have discontentment and boredom, and we have firm foundation. So what I'm getting from this here, just going a little bit deeper into the message, it looks like, you know, with this divine masculine energy, this could very well just be, you know, you taking the lead, being more authoritative over your choices, and like I mentioned, going within to really dig deeper into your purpose, tapping more into your heart space, and truly questioning yourself if, you know, you're happy where you are. You're happy with where you are in life. For some, this could be a relationship. For others, this just could just be a state of being. Are you really seeing everything in its proper perspective? Are you turning things down in a sense because you're wanting something better than what you have? In order to commit more, in order for it to be a commitment here. So this could once again relate to someone's divine masculine actually going within, you know, to see what purpose is, you know, when it comes to a divine connection, especially twin flame connection, where there are divine counterparts who share a soul purpose of love, unconditional love. I'm seeing that someone's divine masculine is, you know, really focusing on, you know, being more committal in a situation. Because what I'm seeing here with this Four of Cups, or this discontentment and boredom, you know, what possibly was created, they may have felt like it wasn't good enough, and so they're walking away from it because it's just, they've outgrown it. But as I mentioned, I just feel like right now this is a time where someone, whether it is the divine masculine, it's your divine masculine energy within you that's being more assertive. You know, the divine masculine energy is one that knows what he wants. He's the emperor. He makes choices, you know, and trusts those choices and firm in those choices. So with that being said, with this firm foundation, I'm seeing some type of commitment and sticking to something here. You know, holding something down here. Okay, so let's clarify all of this information here. This message may not be for everybody. That was like specifically for someone who may have a divine masculine, you know. So there's trickery and guilt involved with this inner reflection. With this inner reflection, you know, there may be an energy of someone going within and really reflecting on those things that they may have done or said, whether they were being greedy, selfish, manipulative, deceptive in some sense, and somehow feeling guilty because of this. Now, this could also be, you know, if once again you don't have a counterpart per se, this could be your divine masculine energy within actually putting you in this place here to sit down and think about some things. before moving forward to create a firmer foundation in life. Some things are being examined in order to change them, and that's what that divine masculine energy does. It takes a affirmative stand in order to change something to create a stronger foundation and a level of commitment. So there's some self-reflection, and as I mentioned, kind of re-examining one's behaviors, and wanting to change them. So this is like a really self-reflective time, but it is most definitely spirit-led and guided. Okay, so let's move into this reading here. We have the Ace of Cups, or Cups. Love begins. And what I'm seeing here is a time of really digging deep into like loving yourself. This may be an offer of love of some sort for some. But what this is symbolizing is, actually this is some type of teamwork here, because we have the two different hands here. Some can see this as, pouring out their love by filling their own cup. This could also be, once again, your own divine masculine and feminine energies coming together in order to pour out more love because of this self-reflection that was done, or that is being taking place at this time, which is making more room to fill your cup. Letting go of that guilt is making more room for love. So this could be someone's divine masculine, or this could also be you doing that inner work as well. And realizing that, with that releasing, you can tap more into love. You can tap more into loving yourself, or, offering your love more, being open to love. Okay, let's clarify this. Okay, so abundance. See? This self-love, this love is coming in abundantly. As I mentioned, as you fill your own cup, forgiving yourself and just making space by releasing those old energies and just opening your heart, as we have here, to purpose, to being divinely guided, to trusting in the universe, taking a stand on that. We see here love that continuously flows abundantly. This could be your love. This could also be being that your heart is open, you receiving love. It's the equal give and take, equal exchange here, reciprocity. And it's coming in abundantly. Okay, and we got prayer here. So what we're seeing here is really the solar plexus as well. This could be independence, knowing how to love yourself and how to love yourself abundantly, filling your own cup, and possibly saying your self-love affirmations, or just when you put things out in the universe, you're putting things out in the universe that will benefit you, that you would benefit from in a loving way, because you do love yourself. So you're saying things, putting things out there that you're confident that you're capable of receiving. So this is a lot of well, I wouldn't necessarily say receptive energy. It's just being more giving, more generous as well. So you might find yourself going through this inner reflection and, you know, realizing that there may be some things that's holding you back, whether that's, you know, being hurt by manipulation, or, you know, by you being closed off, seeing how greedy you may have been, or how, you know, you could have been more giving in situations, or more understanding and compassionate, but your walls were up. That masculine energy within you was distorted. So it felt like it needed to protect you at all costs and in all ways. But with this inner reflection, that guilt is being released in order to let those walls down in your heart chakra, to receive, but also give. So this is love being offered. It's not love being accepted, but love being offered. Being open to love. Being open to give love freely, because once again, you abundantly know how to fill your own cup. You're putting things out in the universe that you're worthy of, that you have without a shadow of doubt, know you're ready for. Okay, so let's move forward to the spiritual strength card, which is, we're just gonna move that out the way so we can see up the we gotta see. All right. We have spiritual strength. Okay, with this spiritual strength card, it's like Spirit is most definitely protecting you in this situation. Spirit is behind you, backing you, supporting you. You know, once again, with that energy of outgrowing something, it's like there's a certain level that has been met, and now it's time to grow, even in a spiritual sense. So if your divine masculine feels as if, you know, he's outgrowing a situation or a certain life that was created, and possibly without his divine feminine, it's like what he was doing, he's now growing spiritually. And where he was in life, you know, that's becoming too small for him. His spirit has grown, even in the capacity of love. And I feel like this is not just the divine masculine per se, but this is reflecting as well in both cases. I feel like this is a certain energy in the collective at this present time. Let's clarify this. Also, I'm seeing a surrendering here to the process. You know, I try to avoid talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine and spiritual connections and everything like that, but it just seems like they always come up in the readings. I'll be like, let's get to the healing spirit. Let's do something else, you know. But that don't always be the case. For whatever reason, I am a channel for love. So a lot of times these be like love situations, but if you are on a spiritual journey and you love yourself, you can kind of correlate it to you as well, and your own divine masculine and feminine energies, and coming into union with yourself. But you know, for some it's like a as within so without type of situation. So, you know, just take these messages how they apply for you, whether you are your own divine masculine or there's somebody outside that you know for a fact is your divine masculine. You know, some people be angry, and maybe, you know, where that anger is stemming from, you might have to sit with yourself and really get down to the root of your anger, because like holding on to anger, you know, that can fester within the body and turn into like a whirlwind full of diseases and cancers in the body. So, we want to I'm going to take a little break right now. All right. We're going to take a break from this reading and let's just talk about our mental health real quick, because our emotional health, sometimes, we know. Nowadays, we know better. But that self-care, as we see here, this love of self, the number one, the ace, your love, your cup, it's important to love yourself. It's important to pour into yourself. And if you're not feeling right, like especially during this time, because there's a lot of people going through it because of the astrological, there you go. I'm sorry. Anyway, because of the astrological alignments, we have some energies where it's affecting us mentally, and just like what's going on in the world, like that's one of my self-care practices, is staying away from any fear-based news and media, or I've had to take a break from social media just based upon the energy that social media gives me. I'm not going for long, but I have to take a break, and it's important to give yourself those breaks mentally and emotionally. This is also a part of your spiritual strength as well, being able to grow past certain situations and being strong spiritually in certain situations. Okay, so let's just clarify this. We have this trickery card again. I don't know what that's about. What is that about, Spirit? Trickery. Destiny. So the trickery is like, it is your destiny to be strong. So if you've been in situations where things played out a certain type of way due to someone being greedy, selfish, and that's another thing. Yes, that selfish energy, it could be mistaken, or self-care or self-love can be mistaken as selfishness. So there's also some type of realization in regards to that, and how everything played out, and how everything is divinely guided anyway. Like, it was purpose. You can see this selfishness, especially if it was a divine masculine, or the people around you reflecting like selfish energy, or if anybody called you selfish, that was for a purpose. This is what builds your spiritual strength. And now, because of that selfish energy, your capacity has grown and you're ready to break through. And, just like when you fill your cup and you keep on filling it and keep on filling it, ooh, the light came on. And keep on filling it until it overpours. That's what this is with the spiritual strength. It's like your breakthrough moment. You've given yourself so much love, divine masculine as well, to where now it's time for a breakthrough. So if there has been any stagnancy within the connection, based upon possibly seeing your divine masculine, or even, that part of yourself where you felt selfish, or you seen them as selfish, that wasn't the case. That it was a energy of not wanting to be needy, and so having to do things instead of depending on a connection, having to do things in order to make yourself happy. And you may have had to make choices where you may have felt guilty about. But this is something that you're going within and reflecting on in order to, move past this energy for something more stable, something worth holding on to. Okay, so we have the Lover's card here. This could very well reflect an important choice that needs to be made. But this could also represent a love relationship. This is coming into union. This is possible marriage or a higher level of commitment here. So this whole process is leading up to some type of higher level of commitment. Let's see here. Or being more definite in choices as well. Choosing something. Enlightenment. So through this whole process, once again, someone's coming to some realization, the divine masculine. Even possibly yourself. You know, if you are the divine masculine, you embody that divine masculine energy. However, there is enlightenment. Once again, we have this spiritual, seeking spiritual guidance or going within, a very spiritual time, is leading to some type of enlightenment here. Possibly about a connection, possibly about a choice, an important choice that needs to be made. Let's just clarify this a little bit more. Once again, we have a lot of solar plexus cards here. So there's something going on with the solar plexus. This could deal with being independent, being confident, working with self, feeling secure within self. So what this enlightenment is like, if something was left behind due to, not seeing things clearly because one's cup was not filled, it's like them finally realizing like, hey, I need, or it's not even coming from a place of neediness. It's just like a place of just being sure that this is what I want. This is the choice that I'm going to make. Got impatience here. Renewal. And so let's just say here, choices were possibly made because of a level of impatience. Some of this spiritual strength also came from, having to go through situations for so long and developing that patient energy. Because what love is patient, love is kind, love is understanding, love does not fail. I guess that's how it goes. I'm assuming that's how it go. I try to quote that from the top of my head, but what is that? Corinthians something. Y'all already know I don't be reading the Bible like that. No, I used to though. But there ain't nothing wrong with reading the Bible. I just read Psalms because it's a little hoodoo magic in that. And I was reading Psalms 1/3. No, I wanted to type in Psalms 132 for my evening prayer because sometimes I just like to switch stuff up. And I have this book on hoodoo prayers. And that was the evening prayer for Tuesday. But I didn't, I don't necessarily have a Bible around here. So I Googled it. And instead of typing Psalms 132, I typed in Psalms 34. And before I started reading my Psalms, I specifically asked Spirit, what can I do to release any fear, because as I mentioned, these times are very peculiar, and some people may be feeling a little off today. And you know, by me sitting with myself, I felt like it was coming from, you know, a fear vibration. And so I was like, fuck that, I ain't about to be sitting with this. And I was like, you know, fear, you don't notice, what's up, what you want to do? So like, I'm like, okay, what do I do then, spirit? And you know, I was led to read Psalms. And so I went through the continents to see exactly what Psalms were good for fear. But before I got to fear, I decided to read the evening prayer, right? And so I mistakenly put in Psalms 34. I believe it's Psalms 30. It's either Psalms 32 or Psalms 34. And it spoke on fear. You know, it was saying that there's no reason to be fearful because God is thy protector. Like, so, I mean, if you resonate with still reading, like, scriptures, especially if you are a practitioner and, you know, you're a hoodoo practitioner and you fucks with Psalms, then, yeah, that might be a good Psalms for you to read anytime, you know, fear wants to kick up. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's either you loving yourself or you not, you know, because fear then kind of stepped in. So, yeah. Going back to this here with this impatience, you know, there's been some enlightenment that the reason why things were left behind and not fully examined as it should have been with this divine masculine or within thyself is because of impatience, wanting to rush ahead into a time where, you know, they were really tapping into the abundance. You know, it was like a rush to abundance instead of slowly taking time to make it happen, to make sure that the foundation was firm. So there is some renewal here. This enlightenment is bringing forth a renewal, some type of recognition. There has been some type of epiphany, and now something is being recognized. Let's see exactly what this is. Discovery, creation, growth. So what's being discovered is let me clarify that a little bit deeper, because I just got a blank when I said that. And that's for a reason. What is being discovered is growth can happen in a situation, but it comes from a point of surrendering and how you respond to the situation. So once again, it goes back to that energy where, let's say, for example, that anger, let's say that you react in a certain way, those triggers, and that could be with this person being triggered by you, or even with the people that's close to you, because your walls were up around your heart, you may have lashed out, this person may have lashed out. And so instead of, you know, lashing out, there has been some type of enlightenment on how to let go and surrender to the process in order to get what you are trying to create here. This growth that you're experiencing or want to experience. This person may have came up with this realization here because they see something. They're finally like seeing the picture here, and they're willing and ready to create growth in the situation. Whereas before it may have felt stuck. There's been some type of stagnancy. going around and around in circles, feeling like time is running out due to that impatient energy. Look, wasting time, dissipating. This is wasting time. There has been some type of discovery on how to surrender to the growth in the situation, instead of seeing it as something to protect yourself from, but seeing it from a place of you just stepping back and surrendering, allowing the growth to happen, and letting go of the impatience and just being grateful. This person is truly grateful for you, or you are just learning to be more grateful for things in your life. And I can say this most definitely, this gratitude card, I just, recently started being a little bit more consistent with my gratitude journal and what I'm grateful for. So I'm seeing, like, once again, as within, so without. If you are connected to a divine partner, possibly starting some type of gratitude journal will help shift the energy. Let's see. Oh, this card flipped over. I don't know. We're gonna flip them back over. Let's see. So once again, we have this commitment card. And what I'm seeing here, with this completion, like this phase where going around and around and around in circles is over. If you even find yourself going through certain challenges over and over again, this is over. Especially by tapping into more gratitude and not seeing the situation as time wasted, but seeing it as something to discover more growth and knowing how to step back. It was a learning lesson. Sometimes we don't want to take the accountability and hear it as if this was for our growth. Sometimes that struggle is needed in order to learn. Okay, so with the foundations and achievements, even with going around and around in circles, a certain foundation was made to learn a lesson, to grow stronger, having to redo certain things and building muscle, spiritual muscle in certain senses. There is a miracle happening now. What you may have felt was lost, what this person may have felt was lost, there is a miracle and commitment is being made. This would be considered, this is the Four of Wands, and this will be considered the twin flame card. Okay, the 1111, because in the traditional tarot, it's 2 wands on each side, representing the one or the 1111. But this promise, like those promises that Spirit made, that this person made, it looks like everything is coming full circle and is being completed. A certain karmic cycle was ending, and it's bringing about miracles because of the work that was done, and finally learning the lesson of just letting go and allowing the magic to happen and things to grow. Because if you're holding on to it, you're suffocating it from growing. But as you can see here, there's a lot of growth that's happening. This person has grown. You have grown. Let's further clarify this. Coming out of separation. Victim. Recovery. So what this is, you know, apologies are being said. If you had to separate because of the situation not being good, and somehow, you know, feeling as if you were the victim because of this person, you know, pushing you out, or just, you know, lashing out, the triggering, it's like the universe is stepping in to change the situation. You know, this is for some, may have been drug addiction possibly, or some type of addiction, as I said, some type of bad habit, but there's recovery here. It looks as if the divine masculine is choosing home, where he feels like home, or, you know, you may be feeling like, you know, truly accepting yourself. All right, so let us pull from my new deck. This is the Spiritual AF Inspiration cards, and we're going to pull some affirmations here in a few seconds. Let's clean up a little bit so we can fully see what's going on. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for the collective? You are not your situation. We're going to pull one more. Okay, 2 more came out. That's cool. We have F. What they say. I don't know about like how, you know, YouTube works with the language, but I mean, you see what it says. Loving is its own reward. So that's very interesting. Interesting. Y'all, look, it's late. Y'all already know. Like, if you are a subscriber, you already know how my mouth be working, especially when it, that didn't sound right, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, at nighttime, like, my mouth, it just don't coordinate with my vocal cords, and my brain is just like, it's all bad, but we working it. We getting these messages. So as I was saying, especially with this card here, the self-love, and even when I said something was recognized, that card was specifically titled Recognition and Reward. So for further depth into that, love is its own reward. Okay, so let's read the messages on these cards here. This one is you are not your situation, and this one says here, one of the keys to becoming spiritual AF is to define who you are by something deeper inside yourself and further outside yourself than the world can touch. You are someone, even if you're not your financial situation, your job, your relationship, or even your body. Find out who that person is, and you'll be unfuckable with. Hint, you'll probably have to do some soul searching. So, ooh, that's confirmation with that hermit card, the solitude card. That is most definitely a card of soul searching, going within. Okay, Spirit, always coming through with the confirmations. All right, so we have fuck what they say. I love these cards. They so raw. All right, what someone, anyone else says about you doesn't matter. Really and truly, it doesn't. If you heard it secondhand, it super doesn't matter. And if the person isn't your higher power, your boss, or your best friend, it super duper doesn't matter. Think about how much more time you'd have to dream up cool new shit if you really and truly stop worrying about what people say about you. You think Martin Luther King cared what other people said when he wasn't there? No. He was out marching and doing good shit. Let him talk. Do your shit. So, once again, if there has been lashing out, possibly due to trying to protect yourself, whether it was with this person, your divine masculine, or if this was you, especially let's just say it was your divine masculine lashing out, just saying like any and everything, being negative or just saying stuff, that they normally wouldn't say, it's probably because they were hurting and they were closed off emotionally. But what Spirit is saying here is like, if they did say something, that's not determining your worth, and it doesn't affect your confidence in yourself. It shouldn't. So therefore, continue to pour into yourself. Continue to love yourself. And because you did that, it's changing the situation. So fuck what they say. And so we have here, loving is its own reward. The very act of loving is the benefit of the risk. We all want to be loved back. We all want to be supported. But when you grow up, you see that it has nothing to do with how the person who receives your love reacts, and all about you just being willing to open your heart in this dangerous world. Be a gangster and love the fuck out of someone today. Expect nothing in return. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Like, just like if you continue to show love despite, Spirit is just saying that love in itself is a reward. When you start attaching things to your love, then that's when the manipulation comes in. That's when, the selfishness and the greediness comes in. But as long as you give your love in a surrendered way, not expecting anything back, it's going to be able to come back to you. All right? So let's see if there's any further messages, Spirit. What are more messages for the collective? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I can't think right now. And I'm doing this reading. Like, it just hit my spirit to do this reading. So I just sound like I'm out of here. I'm not under the influence, I promise. I'm just extremely tired. I'm ready to take a spiritual bath and call it a night. But I won't be able to call it a night just yet. I have a little bit more work to do before I go to bed. But okay, so we have love once again. Love. Your divine masculine loves you. Ask for help. Abundance. So, use your loving affirmations, asking the universe for help, because this is a very good time. Your cup is overflowing. And what you give out, you're going to be able to receive abundantly. Continue to fill your cup. Patience. See, these are all confirmation again. Patience. Turn away. So what I'm seeing here, when it comes to love, when you give your love, somebody may be coming in here asking for help, and Spirit is saying just do it from a place where it doesn't affect you. Avoid the need to expect anything in return, and just be patient in the situation. Be patient with people, especially those people who may have turned their back on you, that you know for a fact that you love. You know, sometimes people's egos can get in the way when it comes to love. Just because someone is behaving a certain type of way, they feel like that person doesn't love them. But with a deeper understanding and love, truly embodying what love is, and realizing that, you know, it's not you per se, it's that person who's dealing with their own demons. You know, you don't necessarily give from a place of expecting something back, but you give from a place of just truly loving someone. Okay? And you're patient because the love that you have for yourself is abundant. So it's not like they're taking anything from you anyway. Okay? Right. Let us pull from the Quantum Oracle. One card. So, we have true love. We have true love. Let us read the message. So, I think I did that wrong. Wait, let's see. I think I did that wrong. Oh, this is Mercury retrograde. What am I thinking? Whoop. Yeah, I did do it wrong. That's what I'm saying. All right, so it says, when you receive this card reverse, it's warning about a serious split in your self-love and magnetic energy. Your inability to see yourself and your worth clearly is blocking the love, success, and happiness you so deeply desire. In this position, this card may reveal sad feelings of continued loneliness, even if you are in a relationship. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, with this solitude card and you going into inner reflection, don't necessarily see it as you being lonely or there's some sort of separation, but just truly see it for what it is as a learning lesson. Okay, y'all? So it says, even if you are in a relationship, it could also indicate a romantic separation or even a job upheaval. These difficulties can be turned around. Ooh, you saw that, y'all? Y'all saw what I did, though? Okay, I said, let me keep it real. We're going to put it in reverse. Okay, so we're going to read it in the reverse, too, because that was nothing but spirit. Like, I don't remember these messages. Like, my brain ain't set up like that. My brain ain't set up like directions and remembering. I just, it gotta flow. So, okay. We're gonna read it upright though, okay? After we read it in reverse, because this is the position it's in reverse. So it says, these difficulties can all be turned around, however, when you finally make the choice to let go of the self-criticism and doubt. Instead of hating what you see in the mirror, didn't I say there was a mirror situation going on? Y'all, spirit is speaking. Listen to this. Really listen to this. Like, listen with your spiritual ear, y'all. Instead of hating what you see in the mirror, perceive your eternal and beautiful truth. Stop criticizing yourself. And that's even with others, y'all. Like that mirror, like when you see somebody and they trigger you and you trying to, like, you criticizing them, you judging them because you feel like they ain't acting right. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, because that's just a reflection of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it says these difficulties can all be turned around. Okay, I read that. Stop criticizing yourself and start to encourage yourself the way you like a loved one to do. One of the most powerful ways to start is to look at yourself in the mirror and affirm, I love you, I believe in you, I will always take care of you. If you want to hear such things from another, it must first begin with you. And that's what I was saying, like, even with the self-love card and the prayer card, that's like saying your self-love affirmations. You know, even looking in the mirror, like doing the actual work of looking in the mirror, looking at yourself and saying self-love affirmations. I highly encourage you to do it, because like the inner work that you do, it is going to reflect in your outer world. So if these are things that you are already doing, you know, just know that there's going to be some type of love situation coming in if it hasn't already. Or, you know, there being a deeper level of commitment in a love connection. Okay, so let's read it upright. We're going to flip it. Boom. Because we got that power to do that. It says the source of real connections. So a woman surrounded by bright lights looks in the mirror tenderly, touching her own reflection. The lights above her and around the mirror represent the people who reflect her own high regard, many of whom are yet to be attracted into her life. On a purely practical level, this card upright may signal the coming of a new admirer in your life. This could be in the form of romantic love, or perhaps a new boss or co-worker who respects and appreciates you. But this card also sends a profoundly important message about yourself. The world is a reflection of how you view and care for yourself. The higher your regard for yourself, the greater your ability to manifest your deepest desires. You may have found it difficult to appreciate and acknowledge yourself in the past, but this card indicates that you are ready to do so now. Open your heart to the unlimited value that you bring to this world, and know that your soul applauds you for your choice of genuine self-love. All energetic causes start with this choice. So this reading is very much so about self-love. You know, as you love yourself, you're able to pour that same love out. You know, it reflects back to you. And you're tapping into like an unlimited abundance with this love. Okay? So let us pull it now. Let us pull Keepers of the Light Oracle card for further messages from Spirit for the collective at this time. Okay, we have Kuhumi, Clock of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So, if you may have questions, you know, as far as what you should do, like if you were in a place of having to make a major decision with that Lover's card, Spirit is saying you are wise, you know. Trust what you know. You will know because you love yourself. And you're only making choices and decisions based on that love that you have for yourself. So it says here, knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are in a real cloak of wisdom right now. Like Kuhumi, you have been on a wandering path trying to find answers through study and the insight of others. But now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way, and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing. The light has come and is shining on you. Your soul is saying, yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. So this is once again confirming this being that spiritual time of going within and doing some soul searching. So, you know, for those with those divine masculine, and even you may even be the one doing the soul searching, but the most definitely this divine masculine is doing some soul searching to realize what they have been missing, which has been the self-love. Okay, so we're going to pull an oracle card from the, what is this? Work Your Light Oracle. Yay, it's only one card. Oh no, it's two. You know, I love these messages, y'all. I just be kidding when I say, oh no. Okay, so share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. So it may be some guilt once again, the guilt around this. You know, we have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So let's read these messages. Share your voice. Share your voice reads, you are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Didn't I say that? Like they were going back. Didn't I say that? Didn't I also say, if I didn't, I should have. I don't remember if I did. Feeling like home to an individual. So it says, when you share your voice, you unlock something. And that's what we had with that recovery card too, a key. I'm sorry, y'all. You unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silent or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Okay, and let's read protection. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home. So once again, we have that returning home again. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events. So it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and your energetic space are shared, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power. So it's important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you are being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see what chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. So the heart chakra came up, y'all. I'm going to read the Work Your Light activation. It says, hold the card on your chakra, which you don't necessarily have. So hold your hand on your chakra or chakras that needs cleaning and repeat the following. I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all. I relinquish now any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly gave away or had taken from me. I call back now any cords or attachments from this life or others. I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Ashe. All right. So let us move on with our second to last card from the Heal Yourself Oracle. Let us get a message from this oracle here. Okay, we got two cards. We got Pride and Soulmate. Ooh, this is good. This is real good. We have Pride and Soulmate. So let us read Pride. Pride. It says, you may be acting out of arrogance and vanity. Humility is key. When you are prideful, you can become harsh and not conscious of your weaknesses. This can temporarily make you feel more powerful and superior to others, whilst at the same time cause you to be judgmental, unteachable, and hardened. Have you been fighting, quarreling, and disagreeing with others? Are you always trying to prove a point and defend your position? Do you think that you are always right? By holding on to shadow pride, you are stopping yourself from progressing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Stop overestimating your importance and learn to be humble. When you are too proud, you cannot hear other people's advice and cannot receive their assistance. Empowerment means that you can be soft, caring, and aware and gentle. Recognize that you need other people's support to achieve true success. And so, like, if this is your divine masculine that was prideful, you know, they're realizing, you know, that's not working. It's not working. This is representing the number 7, that introspection, you know, being alone and bringing about some type of freedom, with 14 summing up to 5. Okay, let's see. It says soulmate. Open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. Man, if you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You will be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you have known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically, and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that a soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness. That's that breakthrough and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. See? That's what, you know, a twin flame connection is for those who are, or, you know, some type of divine counterpart. It's about that unconditional love, you know, loving somebody despite what they do and say. You know what I'm saying? You can remove yourself from a situation, but that doesn't stop you from loving them. You know, sometimes you can't help who you love. And then when you just cut off that part of you, you leaving that love behind. You know, when you're open-minded, there's always ways around situations where, you know, by you loving yourself, even if it means separating for some time being. This is just for like those on this higher level of commitment, because a lot of people like, fuck that, I can't do that. But then there are some people who rise in love, who stand in love, who don't necessarily fall in love, you know, because it's really not about falling in love. It's about standing in love, rising in love, you know, allowing love to grow and flourish. Love never stops. It just changes forms, you know? And some people don't get that wisdom. They feel like if they can't connect to a person a certain type of way that they once had a loving relationship with, they see that as that person not loving them. It's possibly that that person didn't love themselves and didn't necessarily know how to love you. And that's where that judgment comes in. Like, you know, you might have a certain high standard for yourself, which is good, which is great. But, you know, your love might not be the same as that person's love. And that's okay. You just attract what you are. Like, if you've outgrown a situation, obviously you attracted a certain person. If you outgrown a situation, that's cool to move on. But don't judge anybody for that, for them not growing in love as you did. You know, some people may feel stuck. Some people may not have been ready. But when a person is ready, like once you surrender, you allow that person to, you let them go to grow. And they grow however they need to grow. Okay, so once again, we have this number 7 again. That introspection going within, that very spiritual number. We have legacy of light. Okay. Legacy of light. Let us read the message. You are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you, your ancestral line, not only in blood, but also in spirit. Perhaps there are the beings that have inspired and motivated you to live as a sacred rebel from the heart and with the belief in yourself. The more you are nourished by this legacy of life, of light from your past, the more you become a bearer of the legacy for those that will be supported by your light in the future. This is a sacred endowment from the great universal source of light to humanity. It is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love, and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence into the world, to be like a sun, radiant and unapologetic of your nature. The oracle of legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have made or soon will make is one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. If you were asking about a particular question and drew this card, then part of the answer to your question is that the issue at hand is one of the utmost importance to your spiritual growth. Even if it seems like a relatively insignificant question, the energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more, to know that all is well no matter what it appears to be, and to ask for help and believe that you deserve to receive it. The legacy of light also asks you to call on the unconditionally loving support that exists for you every day. This light will offer you all matter of assistance. To not call upon it is like starving because you believe you have no means to acquire food whilst a feast lays before your eyes. If only you would rather partake of it. Perhaps you worry that you are asking too much of those who wish to assist you. However, this is a mistaken belief. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do. when they are embraced for their purpose to assist with the spiritual growth of humanity through unconditional love, they too become a part of the legacy of light shining bright with love and helping to illuminate the world. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and being human does mean there will be some very dark moments on your path, this oracle affirms that you are coming from love with the pure intention to simply live your life and do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. You are being asked to avail yourself of the help that is awaiting your request so that your own light can become a part of the greater shining legacy of divine brilliance made manifest upon the earth. This oracle is also guiding you to something in your family history of spiritual ancestry that is relative or relevant to you now. Your spiritual ancestry can be recognized through the traditions and cultures you are intrigued by and interested in. They do not have to be the same as the spiritual tradition that you were raised with in this lifetime, although they may be. The influence of your family history and or spiritual tradition may be encouraged and constructive, but it may also be holding you back. Sometimes we unintentionally absorb the hidden fears of our parents or our religious upbringings, such as the belief that dreams cannot manifest or that we have to compromise to the point of losing what makes us feel truly alive. If you can relate to this or want healing just in case it is happening beyond the level of your conscious awareness, simply complete the healing process below. If you are involved in a group project, this oracle is asking you to stay true to the heart of why you began working together in the first place and to seek assistance, protection, and guidance from a source that loves all of you unconditionally. So I just want to pause, especially for those that are twin flames. This is a group project, to help raise the consciousness and of the planet through love, or to help raise the vibrations of the planet through love, that unconditional love. Okay, so this is really like one of those moments where we're being called upon to truly step into that divine essence of unconditional love. So it says, finally, if you need a jolt to recognize that you are a creative being entitled to explore your ingenuity, perhaps through taking a class or pursuing your own artistic interests at home, then this oracle brings the particular guidance that yes, this is a part of your life path and you are encouraged to take it further. You are also acknowledged through this oracle as having some special creative and healing offering to make to the world in this lifetime. You will leave a legacy of light for the greater good upon the planet, and you will be lovingly supported in many ways by the great creative universal intelligence when you ask for help. If you don't know how to do that, just complete the healing process below. So I'm going to read the healing process. Y'all don't necessarily have to repeat it, but just, say it with me in spirit. Okay, so it says, say it loud. We're going to touch and agree. There you go. Through unconditional love, I am open to receiving the support, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to manifest the legacy of light that shines through me now. I release any conscious or unconscious attachments to beliefs or relationship patterns that hold me back from fully shining my light in the world. I ask that my creative journey be aligned with my spiritual path and blessed for the greatest good, so be it. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and close your eyes. Bow your head to your hands and imagine, sense, or perceive that a beautiful golden light pours down from the center of the universe into the top of your head. It then flows slowly down through your head and into your heart, all the way down through your body and out through the soles of your feet. When you are ready, simply open your eyes and you have completed your healing process. Okay, so before we wrap this reading up, I decided to do something new here. And I want to give credit to where I seen this. There's a wonderful YouTube channel and a reader. Her name is Julissa, and her channel is Julissa's Messages. So please check her out. She's one of my favorite readers. But what she does, she takes dice and she gathers the numbers for you to check out the angel number. So we're gonna roll a dice. We're gonna roll the dice here and get you an angel number, so you can go to Google and check out the messages for that particular angel number. Okay. So Spirit, what is the angel number for the collective? Okay, so we're gonna do 5. We're gonna do 5, 1, 5, 3. So we're gonna do 5, 1, 5, 3 as the angel message for the collective. And finally, I have here some runes, and we're gonna get some messages and wrap this collective message up for this particular time frame. Spirit, what are the final messages for the collective? All right, let's see here. I am so new to these runs, so bear with me as I get the message together. What we have here is separation. We have here, this is flow. We have here, this is disruption. And we have here, this is journey. So the message here is, although there has been separation and it has been very disruptive, it's like a stop and go type of journey. What Spirit is saying here, this journey was meant to be. The separation, you may be in separation right now, but it's like this was meant to be in order to journey. Sometimes when you journey, you can't keep going. Sometimes you got to take a break, because what's being done here is something so much bigger. This foundation that needed to be laid, as they say, Rome wasn't built in one day. Okay, guys, so please take these messages within. If they resonate, allow them to help you further spiritually develop and grow with your personal development. If you enjoyed this message, please connect with me and let me know. Also, be sure to thumbs up this video, like, share, subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, check out my website, check out the shop to buy spiritual items. And until next time, you guys, take care, and I love you. Mwah.